Alright, so the first episode of the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover just finished up yesterday, and holy shit, what an episode, am I right? Real quick before I get into my mini freakout about everything we saw in this episode, I just want to drop the spoiler warning because I will be getting very specific throughout this video. Still here? Alright, so holy shit, that episode was so fucking awesome. Did you hear that Danny Elfman Batman theme? The fucking DC Universe Titans got wiped out. I really wish we could have seen this with both Adam and Bert, but I'll take what I can get. Earth 38 got wiped out this early? Whoa, the Shadow Demons really do look like blue Dementors. And let's not forget, all of that was just in the first episode. There's plenty more crazy to get into in the next few days, and we have a break to go through before we can even see the end of the whole thing. Seriously though, out of all the cool stuff we got to see in this episode, one of the big things I'm very curious to see revisited in the next few episodes is the death of none other than the Emerald Archer himself, Oliver Queen.
What? What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, a lot of us expected him to die, but dying this early in the crossover? Damn, Mark Guggenheim and the writers are pulling out all the stops. No one's safe. Everybody panic for your favorite characters right now. Or at least that's probably what they would be saying anyway, if we didn't already know Oliver was coming back relatively soonish. I mean, not only did we already see him in a few other shots, basically confirming a while ago that he'd be up and running, at least for a little bit, but on top of that, the episode summary for part 3, the episode we'll be seeing on Tuesday, specifically says that Oliver's working with Diggle on something or other, which you'd think would be a little hard to do if he was dead, right? So at least for right now, it seems like Oliver managed to survive an attack from a big-ass army of shadow demons. How the hell did he do that? I mean, the guy isn't immortal, so outside of a random because fuck you, that's why plot twist in the next few episodes, how can Oliver come back later in the crossover? Well, probably the quickest way is to just say that this isn't Earth 1's Oliver, but rather a version from another universe that took his place. Either because the Anti-Monitor wants to save Oliver for something, so he snatched him up, or because the Monitor either wants to save Oliver for something later, or to give the other heroes an Avengers-type moment, as if they really needed extra motivation to work together when an entire universe is at stake, but details I guess. Regardless of how or why the switch happens, which version of Oliver could this be then? Well, I did see a theory that this one was actually Earth 16's 2046 Oliver, the one Sarah and Ray apparently met back in season 1 of Legends. I'll get back to this in a little bit, and on the surface, it does kind of make sense. I mean, this Oliver says it's his destiny to die during the crisis, mirroring the words Sarah said back to him on his Earth, and obviously there was a cut between Oliver rushing in to attack all those shadow demons and when he got portaled back to Star City on Earth 1, so the switch could have happened off camera and we just didn't see it. At the same time though, I don't think this is very likely, if only because this Oliver is very clearly not the 2046 version. I mean, he knew Mia, somebody who 2046 Ollie just wouldn't know since he didn't have a daughter. Now true, you could argue this is a different version of 2046 than the one the Legends went to in the first season of their show, considering how this Ollie didn't look anything like that version or remember seeing Sarah alive during the Star City 2046 episode, so this Green Arrow could have had a way different history that included a daughter at some point. But at the same time though, he didn't actually say that he experienced any of the stuff Sarah was talking about when she was going through Earth 1 Ollie's history, so unless Old Man Ollie got a crash course in his counterpart's life history, I think this one's out. So, okay, if it's not the future Old Man Oliver taking our dude's place, then how else can we bring him back? Well, let's not forget that when it comes to Crisis, we're not just dealing with exploding planets and dead superheroes, we also have to deal with everybody's favorite set of mutton chops, aka the Monitor. I mean, this guy brought Lex Luthor back to life after he was killed towards the end of Supergirl season 4, so bringing Oliver back to life isn't exactly outside his wheelhouse, especially after he claimed that dying while defending Earth 38 wasn't the death he saw Oliver going through. On the other hand though, if the Monitor is involved in bringing him back, it seems weird he wouldn't just do it right then and there, right? I mean, why let everybody cry, have this big emotional moment, and give Oliver the chance to have some last words with friends and family if he's just gonna be like, alright, that was fun, okie dokie Oliver, time to wake up. Seems kinda stupid and dickish to me, but what do I know? In all seriousness though, the writers will probably hand-wave away the Monitor not bringing Oliver back by saying that he doesn't have enough energy to do that kind of thing anymore, kinda like how his counterpart in the comics kept getting weaker and weaker as more universes got wiped out. So okay, we already covered that it's definitely not an older Oliver taking his younger self's place, or interference from a godlike figure that's bringing the Emerald Archer back. What else can we go with then? Well, the theory I'm sticking with right now is kinda like the first one I mentioned, but flipped a little bit.
Some would say I'm the reverse.
Basically what I'm saying is that, rather than saying some other version of Oliver died so the Earth 1 version could live a little bit longer, instead, what if the Earth 1 version really did die, and the Oliver that teams up with the rest of the Arrowverse later on is another version from somewhere else in the multiverse? whether that be the 2046 version we met in this episode or another version we haven't seen yet. Not only could this other version still have the ending the Monitor saw for Oliver at some point, but it would also explain why we had so much emphasis on this totally new old man version for no apparent reason. And I don't know about you guys, but it just makes way more sense to say that the dying Oliver actually knew what he was talking about in those last moments, rather than saying some other version of him learned enough of Earth 1 him's history so he could parrot these words of encouragement to everybody at the end of the episode. Makes sense to me, at least. But anyways guys, that's my take on how Oliver could come back later in the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover. If you guys agreed with anything I said in this video, or if you have your own thoughts you want to throw out there, then go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, then go ahead and click that like button, and if you're new, maybe consider clicking that subscribe button too. I've also got links to my Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Patreon in the description. You should probably check those out too. And if you want to see more of my content, then you can click the link to my last video. It's right there in the middle of your screen. Alright, and I will see you all next time.